Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Welcome back for another video. $50 silver. Is this an actual price? Is it reasonable? Is it even going to happen? When will it happen? How will it happen? What will need to happen for this to actually be possible? And these are a lot of questions people ask me, a lot of questions I ask myself, and I like to ask the community as well. I love for you guys to engage in this conversation. I like to use my channel as just a platform for all of us to talk to each other, pick each other's brains, have constructive arguments, not bashing each other, but if someone has a point that's different from yours, still respect that. But where we all just talk and share different topics and give our ideas, because we all have so many different viewpoints. It can be very beneficial for all of us to look at different perspectives and different thoughts behind a certain subject. And I've learned so much from silver investing in general from this standpoint. I've used my channel to learn so much from you guys. But anyways, make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you already haven't. If you don't already know, anyone who hits that like button is automatically entered in random pop-up giveaways that I'll be doing. I'll be picking random videos on my channel, and if you like the video and are a subscriber, you will be automatically entered to win some free silver. So, on that note, let's get into the video. So, when I'm thinking about $50 silver, I'm thinking about, okay, so 8 years ago, 2011, silver hit $50. Or about $49.45 to be exact, if you really. So, what what took place for silver to reach $50 then? So, I actually made a video yesterday talking about if silver's in a bubble or not. So, I'm looking at, if it is or not, and what took place, and when it did hit that, how did the bubble burst, and it all started around the 2000s with Y2K. Then you had the economy, a lot of fear, speculation, stock markets crashing, and that when all that stuff happens, it drives, September 11th, stuff like that drives people to invest into safer, more securable, fathomable physical assets. They always go to silver and gold when fear of the government shutting down, banks closing, not being able to access their digital accounts. They invest in silver, precious metals, because it's always been deemed money. It's intrinsic value. You can hold it. No one can take it from you unless they bust down your door and go into your safe, which they have to know the combination to. But so if you're looking at it like that, historical, you can always go back and see how history will repeat itself. If you're looking to find certain results, that's the best possible way to test a theory or to argue any type of opinion or guess. So for silver at $50 right now, if you're looking at, there's two different ways to look at this as well. I put a lot of thought in this, by the way, guys. I have every video I do, I write out on my notepad just tons of different opinions, testing myself, just writing down little notes, little pointers. I study, I research some stuff. So my videos, I put a lot of thought and mindfulness into. I look at different types of arguments that people might try to contest me with. I don't just get on my laptop and just click record and just speak my mind. I really try to put some thought and some knowledge into my content, and I hope that's why my channel does perform the way it does, because people can see that I'm really actually trying to put a non-bias, really a non-emotional viewpoint on things, where I can really look at it for as it is. But anyway, so um, with there's two different ways to look at this. There is short term, like a huge rally, kind of like what Bitcoin did last year, and then there's the natural price rise of silver. So if we're looking at this short term, silver hitting in 3 years, hitting $100, like people say, there's going to be different factors that play in for that to happen. Disregarding silver hitting $50 in 10, 20 years. That's not even comparable of it. Those are two different markets in my opinion. For silver to hit $50 in 1 to 2 years, certain things are going to have to take place. One, the economy is going to have to be in a not only a financial scare, but emotional. The government will have will, like, there's going to have to be some huge things going on for people to be extremely worried about the economic crash happening, a recession, whatever the case is. What not only stocks, not only financial things, but whether it's nuclear war, whatever it is, that when silver jumps up that fast for something that has such a stagnant price range that silver does, where it sits around $15 to $20 and doesn't move between that or past that, something really big is going to have to happen. It's not just going to naturally rise. It's just not going to naturally triple or quadruple its value with nothing occurring. There's going to have to be something going on. Now, if you're looking at the long term of silver hitting $50, it doesn't need those factors to play in. It could be, people just realizing that gold and silver is a much safer investment, or maybe hyperinflation, the dollar is losing so much purchasing power that people are realizing that keeping their money in fiat is just not a good answer. Or maybe it's the fact that people are wanting to preserve their wealth against hyperinflation as they see the economy, $23 trillion in debt. But it doesn't have to be such drastic measures as something as short term. So there's different ways to look at it. I hope I explained that. But there's different things as well. So there's the economy, there's FUD, there's fear and speculation. There's security, where they're trying to secure their wealth against the financial collapse. But there's also whales. So we actually seen Bitcoin drastically drop last night. It's recovering now, but it dropped like $1,000 in one day, and that's from one person. I think it was on Binance or something. This guy sold millions of dollars in Bitcoin. He's a whale. A whale is someone who has so much money or so much of an asset in a market that when they dump it on an exchange or on a market or wherever, it hurts the price so much that it actually influences the entire price of the whole market. That's an extremely it's not rare either. It happens a lot with crypto, especially with altcoins, but that's not like with George Soros. Actually, during the 2000s stuff, that actually happened with him as well. And you can see different people abuse this power in different ways. JP Morgan calling Bitcoin a scam. Everyone sold their Bitcoin, then they buy millions of dollars in Bitcoin right away. George Soros did the same thing. Another person did it today or last night. So there's different ways to influence markets, whether it's a couple people, they're called they're pump and dumpers, where there's a group of people on a forum or a whatever, a group that have large amounts of money that can do this, with premeditated. But there's different things to go that route, so that's more quick. There's also things like silver shortages, whether it's the miners, like where there's not enough money in mining, where it's not profitable to mine silver out of the ground right now. So not the surplus or the supply isn't reaching the demand. So that could be another thing that could cause the price to rise or fall. But then there's the media, which if people are, when silver's doing good, which this is a weird thing how this works. When an asset is doing very good, and that's when the price is the highest, because there's the most hype. There's the most trading in between buying and selling. There's the most just usage, everywhere the market's trading, and how it's performing. That's when the asset's the highest, but that's also when people buy it the most. So usually when the coin or whatever the asset is the most expensive, when you should be selling it, that's when the most people are actually buying it. And then when it goes down, that's when most people sell it. So it's supposed to be buy low and then sell high. That's with anything. If you buy something for cheap and it goes up, you sell it to make money. Most people buy when it's high and then sell when it's low, so they're losing money. And that's from the fear and speculation. They fear that it's going to keep going down and they don't want to lose more money, so they sell when it's already low, not thinking it's going to go back up. And that's from them buying when everyone's talking about it, thinking it's going to go higher. That's usually newer investors. But there also has to be a reason behind why you're stacking. So if there's no reason, you're just buying it just because you heard your next door neighbor say he's buying it, then you're not going to understand how it works. You're not going to understand that prices fluctuate, that it's actually healthy for corrections to happen. It was healthy for Bitcoin to drop $1,000 yesterday. It pumped up $3,000 in the last couple of weeks. That there has to be a correction. That's not, it wouldn't be healthy if it didn't. Just like when you saw it reach $20,000 last year, that wasn't healthy. It would have been a lot more stable if it would have taken some downs and ups. And that's what markets do. They go up and down. But for someone who doesn't understand that, they say, "Oh, it's down $500. I might as well sell right now. It's gonna go down." But that's the thing. You have to understand what you're doing before you invest in any type of asset. You need to understand how the markets work, understand how that asset performs, what it does, how it does that, why it does that, when it will it do that. Why, you need to research, do the most you can to really understand. I will never put money into something I don't really understand what it is. That's exactly what I've always done. That's what I've taught you guys the entire time as well. But so in my eyes, I think that silver, you cannot guess the prices on anything. The whole point of this video is, if silver is going to reach $50 within the next couple of years, something major is going to be in place. But if it will hit $50 in the next 10, 20 years, it would be more natural, and I already gave the reasons for both of those in the video previously. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was Silver Slayer. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button. I support you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys for another video soon. Peace.